I'm Josh with Waupaca Community Media, and we are back for a community update. We've got Ron Sari from the School District of Waupaca and Aaron Jensen from the City of Waupaca. Hello, guys.
Hey,
Josh.
And we'll jump right into it. The Splashpad and playground at Swan Park have been open just over a month. And Tuesday this week was the day to kind of formally recognize the donors, staff, partners involved with making that a reality with a ribbon cutting, Aaron.
Yeah, it was kind of a celebration yesterday, which was fantastic. We had perfect weather. There was kids waiting to get on that splash pad. They were a little frustrated. We had to keep it off until the ceremony was done, and they jumped right in after. But it was awesome. We had speakers from some of our major donors, Mayor Smith. Laura did a great job. Park and Rec director. Friends of Waupaca Parks had a couple speakers, and they just did a wonderful job capturing what really that project was, which was a community collaborative effort in which a lot of different organizations came together to provide something for everyone. And when I say everyone, there was a lot of specific stories shared about this is a universally accessible playground. And we've had a ton of comments from parents of children with disabilities that have used it and loved it. And we've gotten pictures of them smiling and laughing. And it's really pretty special. So big credit to City Council, the donors, the staff that worked on it, current and previous. It was a good day.
Aaron, I watched that. I mentioned that to you before the interview here, and I just want to say what a perfect example of the spirit and culture of Waupaca. Mm-hmm. All those entities that you're talking about working together, collaborating, and unifying people to get that project done. Well, just a nice showcase. I'm so happy for you guys, for us, for everybody, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And it's so correct, right? Hundreds of thousands of dollars were raised for that through grants and private donations, Ron. And, right now our Parks and Rec department's working on a Lakeman upgrade and lights, and that's already at $100,000. Our community is incredible. We say it all the time, but it's true. It's crazy.
Yeah, I just wanted to interject that what a classic example of that culture of our community.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
And for anyone that wants to see pictures or see a full video of yesterday's ceremonies, those are posted on the city's Facebook page and website. So really nice picture of the ribbon cutting and all the confetti flying all over if you want to see that one.
Yeah, that scared some people. I didn't know that was coming.
Well, we're on the topic of parks. The State of Waupaca Parks and Recreation Department has some fall program registrations deadlines coming up in the next couple of weeks here.
Yeah, another reason that our community is awesome, in my opinion, is the amount of things we offer for not only kids but adults. And right now, our Park and Rec department is taking registration for youth volleyball and youth flag football. So you can sign up at waupacaactive.net. But not only that, for adults, we have adult volleyball league, both women's league and co-ed. And then also adult pickleball league, which is newer than the other two, the other ones I mentioned previously. So all of that, waupacaactive.net. Go on if you're interested in being active, being social. Those are great opportunities for you as a youth or an adult.
Perfect. We'll jump over to Ron, talk a little bit about school safety. We got a couple topics in that regard, and that's one of the good things about our schools. You're constantly evaluating and working on this. And one of the things you and some of the administrators will be doing is visiting and touring different reunification sites that the school would use if there was some sort of incident where you need to get off site. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we have, there's really four different places across our community, but tomorrow we're focusing on three, which one would be St. Mary Magdalene Church. It's real close to the high school. It's the high school's rally point if we had some kind of a crisis emergency and had to exit. It's also where all four schools, if there is an emergency, where the reunification would take place, where we would gather the students, get them there, and organize for them to get picked up by their parents or guardians. So we're going to travel to St. Mary Magdalene. We're going to travel to the county courthouse. The courthouse is actually the rally point where students and staff at both the middle school and the WLC will go if there was an emergency, and then they would get bused to the reunification after they got to the courthouse reunification location at St. Mary Magdalene. And the third place we're going to tour on Monday is the county garage out there by Fleet Farm. And that's where we're going to ask if there was an emergency, and hopefully we never have one, right? But the plan is that's where we would ask our parents to go so that we could share with them immediate, time-sensitive updates on what is happening. And if they're all in one place, it would be very efficient to do that. And you know, that's where they would go. And then as we organized at St. Mary Magdalene and got the students ready, they would then travel to St. Mary Magdalene, and we have a process in place on how they would pick their child up. So yeah, that's taking place. And then I don't know if you want me to talk about it, Josh, but we've got another one coming up tomorrow, which would be Thursday. What is that, the 10th of August? And we have an expert who's going to train our secretaries and our principals, our administrative team, on how to best vet guests and visitors into our single point of entry. So right now the construction's taking place, the single point of entries, and as it's being constructed, we're getting that training in for our staff. Some of that involves being better aware of the surrounding, being better aware of the behaviors of some of the individuals that may be coming, to look for things that are suspicious or out of place. And they've got a lot of different technical terms I've never heard of. One is called left of baying theory. And I just did a little research trying to understand, what does left of baying theory mean? And it was developed by our special forces to help their teams be more aware of their surroundings, and if things look out of place or people behaving in different unusual ways. And I'm sure it's very intense. We're going to get just kind of a high level, I imagine, of what those things are. So we're really looking forward to that training tomorrow to help improve our skills, keep our kids and staff safe.
And then you kind of mentioned the single point of entry. Anyone that I know, I usually bike by the high school a couple times a week, and I've seen the progress on the parking lot, and I usually bike past the Learning Center each week. I see a big front of the building missing, so I know you're making progress. Give us a little update on those projects.
Yeah, last night the board got a verbal update from Bob Brees, who is we've contracted with him to be our capital improvement manager. And what a talented guy and we're fortunate to have him kind of overseeing all of this. That's his background. But anyway, everything is on schedule for most of our buildings. Our high school, the CEC, and the middle school are on time and under budget. Everything is going very good. There is a little hiccup with the doors, these new doors for the high school. They may not be here for the very beginning. It just, you know how the supply chain and everything, there's still some holdups. Temporarily, we'll probably put some other doors in, alternative, until the new ones come, but we'll still be a safe place and everything. But that was shared. The parking lot at the high school, they finished all the blacktop this week, and I anticipate before the end of the day on Friday that it is all going to be done. We're waiting right now for some striping for the right turn lane for each of those exits and entrances to the high school. So it's looking beautiful. And yeah, hopefully by Friday, I think we have a football game, and so it'll be ready for that. And let's see what else. We're under budget. I don't know if I said that, but we're under budget. The WLC had a couple of issues that they had to work through. The plans and what we thought was under the ground wasn't exactly the case. There was a gas line that they had to move that they didn't know existed there, or it wasn't in the right place, and then a footing was at a different elevation than they thought, and so they had to make some changes. So that was a little hiccup there, but the good news is they were able to overcome them, and instead of being done sometime in December, it's probably going to be completed sometime after the first of the year. But it isn't going to have an impact on our students or teaching or learning or the drop-offs or anything, because the parents will still be going through and dropping off just like they previously did. All of the students are going to entrance through that west, is it the west side, the side of the WLC closest to the middle school. So that should all be fine. And there were some questions, how are parents going to know which doors and all the updates, and all of the building principals, when they send out their information this month to the families, some of them already have, they'll have all those directions and explanations in there. And if things change between now and September 1, our first day of school, they'll send that information out too.
Very good. Lots of projects going on. It's good to hear they're moving and under budget. That's good news. We'll keep moving along. Next week is what was supposed to be the third movie event, but it's the second movie event, and the third one got rescheduled into October. But we got a movie at South Park next Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday at 8 p.m. We have city council that night too at 6, so I'm hoping we can get out by 8 and walk over there and check it out. At South Park, another outdoor movie in the park. The first one was at the airport. The second one was supposed to be right here by City Hall, but the rain kind of put a damper on that, and this one will be at South Park. So another great family event, free to attend. So would encourage anyone who doesn't have anything going on Tuesday evening to come out and enjoy South Park in a different way.
Good. And then we want to close out with some cool news from the school district. One of your students, and I'm hoping I get the name right, Macy Studensky.
Yeah, that's her name. She is one of our athletes, and she's a scholar and an athlete. She's going to be a senior this year, and she's on our softball team, but she's also on a U17, what is it called? Let me just get this right here.
17U fast pitch is what you told me, national team.
That's it. Yeah, the Plover team is a fast pitch team, and they took girls from the central part of our state. Macy's one of them, and she's the starting catcher and did one heck of a job. They traveled down to Papillion, Nebraska at the end of July, and for 3 days they played games, and 9 games. And so Macy caught 53 innings with no errors, and they won the national tournament, our Plover team that Macy's a part of. And it's so neat that she had 8 hits, 4 singles, 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. Her batting average was .364, but her slugging average was .682, 11 RBIs, and wouldn't expect anything different because she is a great athlete and a good kid, solid character, and a scholar too. So we're just happy about one of our students getting to experience a national championship.
That's very, very cool. So congratulations to her, and good to hear that they're doing very well with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Ron, Aaron, appreciate the time to get the community up to date, and I know we'll have another busy update next week because things will be getting busy in Waupaca the following weekend. So we'll talk again then.
All right. Thanks, Josh.
Thanks.